So
welcome to the Crowned Medium with your host, Lorenda Carr.
So everyone, welcome Ermi. Woo! All right. Okay. I think the echo's gone. I think we should be good. Hi, Carrie. Love ya. I know the Leos are in the house. Leos are in the house. Love it, love it, love it. All right. So Ermi, I'm so happy that this worked out, that you could be on today.
I'm happy to be here.
And I cannot wait to kind of dive into your journey, to like where you started, how you got here, what you're doing now, all the things you got coming up. I want to hear all of it. And also those of you in the chat, while you're listening, if you're in TikTok, you know the drill. You got to do the things. You got to do the things. You got to interact. You got to share. I want to see all the shares. I want to see all the things. Okay. I know, right, Sarah? And also make sure you guys are going to the tube of the U and subscribing and all the things. Because we're everywhere. We're on the face, the book at the face, the tube of the U's, and the gram of the Instas. It's so weird to say all that. And why should we have to say all that? TikTok, get your act together. Get your ego in check. Get that ego in check, TikTok.
I don't exactly what it is, ego.
Mm-hmm. So do you know, last week I stood up to show off my cute outfit, and then all of a sudden TikTok decided I was trying to market things and sell things. And so it's made it a promo.
Oh my God.
I know. I'm like,
did they ding you for that?
Yeah, they were like, yeah, we're not going to push you out now because you're not selling on TikTok Shop.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, listen.
Rude.
I know. All right. So let's dive in. We've got people watching all over the place. So this is great. So Ermi, let's dive in. I want to hear, tell me about you behind the scenes, behind the screen, tell me a little bit about your backstory. Tell the viewers about you, big Leo friend.
Well, outside of me being a big Leo, because again, that's what drew me to my lovely, lovely friend here. We're Leos, heavy on the Leo.
Heavy on the Leo.
But I definitely come from a long background of a lot of stuff that I've learned. Being born churchy, I was born into it. Born and raised in South Florida, so I'm from Fort Lauderdale. 5 miles from the beach, so I'm a beach baby. I love the beach. I love the water. The water always calls me. Yes, always calls me. Oh my God, love the beach. But yeah, so I am of course mom. I have a daughter, and I also have a bonus son who I just say that's my son. My husband is a driver, so he's on the road a lot. So y'all get to see me a lot because I don't have nobody in my face. I'm like, yeah, I got, give me some space. But I think that's also a Leo thing.
I was going to say every Leo be like, oh, you're cute. Listen, when you're here, you can feel free to adore me, but we're on a time crunch here.
Hello.
I got things to do.
Give me 50 feet, please. I got stuff to do. I'm also a manifesting generator. So that right there is like, I got my hands in many pots. So that's a part of me. I'm also a nurse. I'm a neonatal ICU nurse and a pediatric ICU nurse. So since I was maybe 21, 22, I've been in the healthcare system all my life. And outside of that, I have been an empowerer of women. I've always been doing it. I always try to push everyone to their best selves, their greatest selves. That was always in me. And when I found out I'm a manifesting generator, 6'2" at that is part of my human design. I did not know that until I read my human design. I'm like, oh, that's why I'm always like creating communities and empowering people. It's a part of my design. Outside of that, now a medium. Been a medium all my life. Did not know that's what it was called, but been a medium, psychic, and been always able to see. I get premonitions a lot, always from childhood to now. Just I'm able to just tap in just naturally. So I didn't think there was anything wrong with just doing that. So it's just a part of me. But yeah, I'm now in Central Florida. So I'm still in Florida, you guys. If you want to come, I'm like 30 minutes from Mickey, maybe less, but down the street.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah.
I avoid that area like the plague now that my kids are adults. Although my daughter's like, but what if we did do a day in Disney and just like rode all the rides?
It's fun, Lorenda. It's
I
fun, and
know, I know.
it's fun when they're older too, and you don't have to go to every single thing. Like the kids, run off to different places. They don't have to, you don't have to take pictures.
Yeah, do
Given
nothing.
that time and that space, because my kids, they don't really care for it now. And I'm like, oh my god, I want to go to Pandora. I want to do like I want to go to the rides, the cool rides, and they're like, because my daughter's been going to Disney since she's been 6 months old. So
Yeah.
because again, we're in Florida, so it's like, oh, it's a common thing. But one thing we do now is go to Disney Springs. We have a tradition
Mm.
where we go to Disney Springs once a year, and that's our new tradition. And we wear our pajamas and fluffy shoes and just walk around Disney Springs and sip on hot cocoa and watch the band play. So we don't make it like a thing to let's get on the ride. No, it's like it's just a vibe. Let's just
Just a
go vibe.
vibe.
So
I love
so
that.
that's what
I
we
love
do
that.
now.
I mean, I do love me some Disney, but
Yes.
coming from Indiana to go down there and make it a whole thing,
Yeah, I get it. I get the
it's a
ones that come
lot.
from out of town.
If it's if it's down the street, that'd be different.
See, yeah,
Um,
exactly. It's down the street.
if it's down the street, it'd be different. I think I'd be like, I
hmm
don't know, what do you want to do? Disney? Cool, that's
Yeah,
fine.
that's
Let's do
literally
it.
what we do, Lorinda. We say, let's go to Disney Day. I feel like riding on, let's go to a specific ride. Oh, I heard Mickey is doing something today. Let's just go hang out. That's literally how it is here. Let's just go hang out for a few hours. Oh, let's go after 4 p.m. We know a lot of people will be leaving the theme park around then, and we can get on all the rides without waiting in
Yeah,
those lines.
yeah.
Like we have a strategy. We don't try to do all the touristy things. Yeah, it's so different. But
Gotcha, gotcha. All
mhm.
right. Well, anyway, look at us. We're so sidebar here. Sidebar. Let's talk Disney.
By the way, you guys, I talk to Lorinda a lot. So that's why it's like we're talking like friends because I talk to her a lot. Okay,
We
go ahead,
do,
Lorinda.
we
Sorry.
do, we do, and I love that. I love that. So, all right. So, tell me what I know. You said you kind of always had this underlying, like you knew things, you could predict things, or you had premonitions about things. And what point made you go, oh, I could do mediumship? Like, what was that turning point for you there?
I will say a lot of it started when I was in church. I had a huge shift
Mm,
with my ex-husband. I divorced my ex-husband, my ex-husband of 16 years. And then, but I did not put two and two together until I went into the church. And I was like, I need to seek God. I need help. Something's going on. I'm having an existential crisis. I feel like I'm losing it. I'm the worst thing. What do I do with my 6 year old? She was six at the time. What do I do with her? How am I going to let her still enjoy life with her dad and me wanting to separate and move away? And how does that make sense to me? So I was
right.
having a lot of different things happen to me in that moment. And then when I went into the church, it was like, okay, finding myself, finding God, finding myself. And then I started hearing the voices. So they low key was teaching me to listen to the voice and hearing the spirit. And understanding the spirit. And so I was putting two and two together, like, wait, this is a voice I've always heard, but now I can, I could individualize the voice. I'm like, okay, this is the voice of God. Okay, so now I'm here at this point. The voice of God is telling me it's time for you to get out of this church. It's time for you to get out of this church. And I'm like, wait, God is
Oh
telling me to
wait,
leave.
game
Right?
on. Be like,
what do you What do you mean get out?
like I just got my Sundays back. What?
Exactly. And I was there for 3 years. And that last year was like, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Because they can't feed you here. They can't feed you here. They can't feed you here. So at that point, I trusted the voice. Because again, they trained me to listen to the voice. And then I was pushed out because the voice told me it's time to go. So it was a lot of things that was making sense while I was there. Hearing or as the voice telling me, hey, that's a lie. Hey, walk to the back. Hey, get up. Yeah, literally, Lorinda, it was like 2 seconds of a difference. The voice would say something and then it would happen. I'm like, wait, what? And then the dreams would come into my dreams again. My dreams were so real, but then having those open visions while I'm seeing the whole scene. I had a lot of open visions. So then spirit started making me understand the correlation between the two. And I'm like, oh, okay. So when I left, I started seeing tube of you videos of mediums, and I just kept seeing different things telling me to meditate. But I will try to watch something else. I'm like, I'm not watching. Why I keep getting these videos show up on my feed? Like literally, it was like, hey, pay attention. I even heard the voice tell me, pay attention. You're not paying attention, loud and clear.
I mean, like, listen, tell me to pay
Listen,
attention.
right, Lord. It was like, I heard, pay attention, Ermi, pay attention, pay attention. It was like that same voice that I heard in the church. And I was like, okay, pay attention to what? And then boom, a meditation video comes up. And I'm like, meditation, what the hell is that? And then boom, a medium will show up. And it would be who would be one of the mediums? Like Tyler Henry would show up. And I'm
Right.
like, okay, huh. And then at that point, I want to say a few months after that, I started hearing a song that my aunt used to love me singing when I was like 15. And she said, when I was 15, when I was singing, she said, when I die, I want you to sing that song at my funeral. Lorenda, with a straight face, I said, ma'am, you're not dying. What are you
You're not
talking about?
dying.
Like, why are we talking about this? I'm 15, I'm a kid. And you telling
Right.
me when I die, this song I want you to sing at my funeral. Literally after I was getting those pay attention, pay attention, pay attention, that song started to play in my head. I haven't heard that song in almost 20 something years, and it started playing in my head. I'm like, what? Why do I hear this song? And it would get louder as days go by. And I'm on the phone with her, yapping and cracking jokes with her. And I'm like, the only thing I had a correlation to that was her telling me, when I die, I want you to
Right.
sing that. And I began to hear it louder and louder and louder. And then my mom was like, oh, your auntie had to go to the doctor. And from the doctor, they took her to the hospital because she was saying she had headaches. And then the song got it louder and louder, Lorinda. And I was like, what the heck? And then I'm calling the hospital, hey, I'm just checking on her. And then she slowly declined, like heavily. I said, don't
Oh my
intubate her.
gosh.
Because I already know it's hard for when they get intubated, it's hard to
To
be
come back
extubated.
from that, right.
And then I want to say, my mom was like, she's doing great. She's doing well. Da, da, da,
Mhm.
da. She called her and she's waving, hey. And so I was like, okay, so you saw her FaceTime. She's like, yeah, she's doing great. By 4 a.m. the next day, by 4 a.m., my mom called and said, she left us. She left us. And I'm like, and
Oh,
the song stopped. I did not hear the song after that. It stopped. Lorinda, I said, boy, Spirit, you're funny. You're funny. But what a way to get me to pay attention to know, okay, I'm giving you a
right.
heads up that she's going to pass away. But it didn't make sense to me because I'm talking to her. So it's like, what do you mean she's going to pass away? I'm talking to her. So once she
Right.
passed away and that music stopped, I was like, oh, what? And then I went into a space where I'm like, I hate God. I hate this. I hate this life. What is happening? So yeah, I went, I felt like I was spiraling, like, what is going on? And then her energy started showing up for me. Her energy
Interesting.
started showing up. And I was like, I gotta be tripping. What is happening? I must be. Because what? And so at that point, I realized I met my spirit guides. I started to learn a little bit more about the spirit realm and I started seeking mediums like many, seeking mediums and like, oh wait, this lady, because it showed up on my For You page. Because again, this app used to be a dancing app. It was never the way it is now. This app was just dancing for kids.
Right.
And then
Right.
I started seeing it just started showing up on my page. This one medium who I don't even remember her name now. It's been like 4 years. And I saw her do it connect, and then she started saying things about my aunt. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, this is a thing. I'm not tripping. I'm not crazy. Wait a minute. So she gave me like a little perspective, and then I started to seek it out a little bit more. And Spirit said, no, I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to show you what to do. You trust me? And I'm like, yeah, at this point, heck yeah. At this
Yeah.
point, I do.
Right.
So spirit was like, I'm gonna be your teacher. I'm gonna guide you in this. So I'm really, when I say I'm spirit led, I am spirit led, spirit led, spirit led, spirit led. So that's what kind of gave me my. It was. I know that was a long answer, but still,
No, it's perfectly
that was
fine.
that's what made
Wow.
sense to me. I was like, whoa. So my aunt literally was my first like encounter to really understand spirit. And then after that, I started saying, well, who was that in church? What was the voice? Who was talking to me in church? Like, that's where I was like, okay, help me figure this out, spirit, since you're
Right.
spirit.
Have to
What
kind of
was that?
reverse engineer it and be like, okay, what oh, oh.
Exactly. Yes, like I'm in church and you telling me scream, and I'm not knocking people that go to church. I'll give you guys all kudos. But now I'm screaming Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. But am I speaking to the energetic Jesus, or was I talking to someone, an ancestor, one of my loved ones telling me, hey, she just lied to you. Hey, don't listen. Like what was that? So I think I got it now. I'm no longer in that space where was that, but that was a big aha moment for me. Big, big, big. My aunt
Wow.
passing. Hmm.
Wow. That's amazing though. And and it makes you wonder how intuitive your aunt was to to be able to like, you
Lorinda,
know,
she was very intuitive. I got chills when you said that. She was so intuitive, and I learned about how intuitive she was when she transitioned.
yep.
Because again, I started communicating with her more and more, and she's like, "You need to read this. You need to go there. You need to like." She talks to me all the time, and she helped me understand which clairs. Like she helped me with the clair aliens. I didn't even have that until I was like, "What? Keep
What?
smelling this. I'm with my babies. I'm on a travel assignment. I'm in where was I? In Virginia. On a travel assignment in Virginia at the Children's Hospital. And I'm with my patients and I'm putting in IV and I'm like, we're wearing masks at the time in the hospitals. And so I'm like, why do I smell roses? I smell it's that the not pine sol. Oh my God, I can't think of it right now. But I smelled that rosy one all the time. The rosy one,
Okay.
you know, the one not pine sol. I can't even think
No.
of it. I talk about it so much. But anyway, I started to smell that. I smell, and I was like, why am I smelling it? And it was not just like a whiff of it. It's like it's in my nasal passages, it's in my throat. I'm like, oh my
There,
God, this is so
yes,
strong.
there is a difference. There is a difference when you get
Hmm.
that through that clear aliens when you're like, oh, it's in my being. It's
Yeah.
not it's not just like, oh, I smelled in the tip of my nose. It's like,
Yeah. No, I'm like,
look, you can almost,
yes.
it's like so in there that you can almost taste it. Yeah.
Exactly, Lorenda. That's
Yep.
exactly. So she would give me that a lot, a lot, a lot. I would
Yeah.
smell her so much, and then she would tell me, "You need to go live." But when I smelled it, it was like, okay, that's my clue to go live. And so I would smell it over and over. I
Oh.
haven't smelled it for a while because I feel like she's trying to push me with something else. Yes, Fabuloso. They got it in the chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what
Yeah,
that is.
Fabuloso. But I started getting different clues from her, and then over time, like she guided me so much so to where now it's like, all right, I'll just come when you call me. I'll just come when you call me. She don't show up a lot as much, you know. I
Okay.
could think about it. She show up, yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I think I did. I think I'm doing well. If she's not on my butt, she's not showing up all the time. I think I'm doing pretty good. Hmm.
I can only imagine like next time she shows up, you're like, oh,
Yep,
dang,
that's
now what?
exactly what happened.
What now?
That's what happened to me last week. I told my husband, I said, hold up, I smell my aunt. My husband's like, what's going on? I said, I don't know, but I think she's trying to get me to do something. So wait, let me pay attention because I smell her right now. That's
Isn't
so
that
funny.
funny? I love it. I
Mhm.
love when spirit, especially when spirit has signatures like that, where
Mhm.
you just instantly know. You just instantly know
Mhm.
that that's them. And sometimes it's just
Mhm.
them popping in and going, hey,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
it can be literally not a big deal, or it could be life altering. Either way, you learn that dynamic of, all right, I better pay attention,
Exactly.
you know, because things could be fine or they could be going sideways any hot second.
Yep.
You know.
Exactly. Yep.
So I do love that. I love that you've got an aunt, the aunt in spirit, and that does this. I have a few aunts and uncles in spirit that will come through like that in different ways, and they specifically will identify. I'm going to come in and help you with abundance. My job is to help you with the healing. My job is like
Mhm.
in the what's interesting is it's always on my dad's side, and
Mhm.
it's all the healing that that side of the family caused the damage
Mhm.
of. And they were like,
Mhm.
yeah, so we got things to do. So we're going to
Yeah.
help you since we screwed up the first half of your life. We're going to help you with the second half. And that's what it's kind of come
Wow.
across as. And they do, they all will just pop in occasionally. And but they keep their distance, which I find is interesting. They keep their
Mm.
distance. It's different,
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yep.
know.
I definitely understand that. Yeah.
It's a respectful difference. But they're like, yep,
Mhm.
we're just in the background. We don't need attention, but we're here. And this
Mhm.
is,
If you
and
need
here you
us,
go.
right.
So,
If you need
and
us, call
I
us.
know. And then of course, then there's me going, you know, you could work on that private jet. That would make up for a lot of things.
Hello. Thank you. That's like y'all talk to me so much, but nobody's giving me the numbers to this $1 billion jackpot here. It's almost $1 billion, guys. What's the numbers here? You're telling me to do everything, but not telling me the numbers. Having
Listen,
an issue here.
right. There seems to be a breakdown in the communication.
Right. Can y'all not hear me? I know y'all hear me. Oh, this is selective hearing. Okay, got it. You
Yes,
hear what you want to
selective.
hear.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh my gosh. So when you first came into the TikTok world, and did you start with all your live stuff on TikTok or did you start other platforms? Like
No, it
how did,
was here.
okay.
It was TikTok. It was TikTok. I think I began to mod for someone, and I started to learn the behind the scenes started
Mhm.
parts of it. My circle of friends that are
Yeah.
mediums as well, they were telling me, "You need to go live. You need to start going live. You need to." And I'm like, "No, what do you mean?"
Wow.
And then one day again, I felt the push from my aunt to the. I mean, when I say the smell was like so intoxicating, I can't breathe, Auntie. Okay, I got it. I can't breathe.
I can't breathe. I bet you can, demon. Yeah.
Turn the camera on, Ermi. so, so it was one night where I'm like, I know my friends are not going to watch me. Nobody's going to be on. And I just snuck on and I grabbed a deck of cards. And I think it was the only deck of cards I had. Only Oracle deck. I can't even remember the name of it, but I went on and I just started pulling cards for it was the Star Seed deck. That was the first one I
Oh,
purchased.
okay.
Yes. And then
Wow.
I started pulling cards for people. I was like, anybody gonna show up? Nobody's gonna show up. See, y'all got me out here looking crazy. Nobody's even here. So you got me out here looking crazy. Nobody's here. I'm just gonna put cards, and it was just one person on there, and she just communicated, like chatted with me, and I want to say we became good friends. She only had like 100 followers at the time, 100. So she was just talking to me, and I was like, "Can I pull a card? I want to try." And now she's got like 200,000 followers. I was like, girl, yeah, she blew up big, Lorenda. She blew up big.
Dang.
She got like,
That's
she was 200, I want to say, 200,000. Yep. She blew
wow.
up big time.
Meanwhile,
And I
I've
was like,
been
really?
meanwhile, here we are 5 years later, and I still don't have
Listen,
200. I can't even get to
right.
40,000.
I just made 20. I was like, okay. But she blew up big time. She blew up big time. And so every time
Wow.
she pops into my live, she always come back and show love every time, every time. And I'm like, girl, I love you. But she found her niche. She found her thing. And so I'm like, that's what it is. You just found your thing. So
Right.
when I started pulling those cards, people started to come in more and more and more. And Spirit was like, okay, stop reading the cards and start tapping in intuitively. Like, what else is this card saying to you, Ermi? And so I'm like, well, and it was being more accurate and more accurate. And I was like, wait, I think I have something here. Okay.
I might be
And
onto
so,
something.
right. I was like, okay, that card, you got that from that card? And so now when I read the cards, or I think then as well, when I read the card, it would be like, talk about the sun in the background and talk about that face. You see that other face there? Talk about that too, because that's what they're dealing with. And then look at the snake at the bottom. You didn't even notice that was on that card. So I'm like, and the snakes in your life. And the sun is illuminating. And the person's
Yep.
like, oh my God, Ermi, that is exactly what's happening. I'm like, what the heck? That
That
makes sense to you?
Yep. That's
So,
honestly, that's actually how I started doing tarot. I was trying to memorize all the cards at one point,
hmm
and I still feel like it's important to understand tarot and its depths and all that as from a studious point of view. But I would start reading them too, and be like, wait, why is that? I never noticed there was a cat on the Queen of Wands. Why is that jumping out at me? And why
right.
why do I feel like it's winking at me? So I guess I'm bringing up the black cat, and I
Yeah.
feel like this grandmother energy. Wait, why do I have a grandmother energy? Like, and of course, even then I was like, but I'm not a medium
Right. Hello. Exactly. Absolutely not. Absolutely
because
not a
I
medium.
don't see dead people.
Right.
So I'm not a medium.
Oh, see, and that was
Like
that point for you. You didn't see him.
if I didn't see him, then I didn't think I was a medium. I'm like, oh, I just do cards.
Yeah. That's so funny.
I just do
That
cards.
is so funny. And a lot of people actually start like that too,
I
thinking if I
see.
can't see him, I'm not a medium.
Right.
Me, my first time, because I joined the circle, my first time actually noticing or putting to because I was seeing spirits all the time. And I thought it was just natural. But when I would say it out loud as a teen, as a child, and at my job at the hospital, it would freak them out. And I was like, okay, I got to stop saying that because I thought this is something everybody had. And so
Yes.
you can't see it either. You don't
Oh
see that
no.
guy just walked in here. I was like, what are you talking about, Irving? I'm like, okay, I need to
Oh, I'm
stop.
just kidding. There was no
Yeah,
guy.
never mind. Yeah.
I was just seeing if you saw something.
Yeah, I just saw you. Okay, it's just me in my head. Okay, girl, don't worry about it.
Just
But
me
when I sat
imagining.
and I did my first time, it was where I saw a little girl sitting next to me. It was like they were like, no, pay
Oh,
attention to the people. So I saw a little girl sitting next to me. She's on the floor, legs crossed, and she's looking at me. She's like, I'm ready to play now. I'm ready to play now. And I'm like, holy, okay. I see somebody here. It's actually somebody here now. And so I described her, and she began to talk to me more and more. And I just described how she looked. And then I started saying, she said, I'm ready to play now. I'm ready to play now. And somebody was able to understand that. And then I said, she keeps saying leukemia, leukemia over and over. She keeps saying leukemia. Do you understand that? She said, yep, she had cancer. She had leukemia. And I would go visit her all the time. This is my cousin, and we would play. I would bring board games to play with her, and I was like, Ermi, you got Eureka, you got something. Oh, I did it, I did it, I did it. So
Wow. That's
yeah.
so cool though. Yeah, I still don't, every once in a while I'll actually see an energy, but
Mm,
it's been a long time coming, but normally it's just in my mind's eye. And I used to
mhm.
think I just had a really active imagination.
Right, right. And
Like
a
I
lot of
just
people
been
don't
making it up.
realize that's exactly what it is. It's the
Mhm.
imagination. Yep, yep. And I told Spirit, okay, so you can stop having people show up so I don't see them like that. I'm okay with it because I'm jump scares. Thank you. Thank you
Right.
for the jump scares, but I don't need that. I
Don't
said
need
I'd
it.
rather just keep them in my mind's eye, please. And so that's how I see them in my mind's eye. My kids, my husband, and my son, they see them like they see them. He's like, I see somebody looking outside the window into the house. And I was like, okay, let me go ahead and protect my house a little bit more and
You
tell them
did
to
it.
get the hell away. Yeah,
Be
get
like,
away.
be like
Yeah.
throwing salt at the window.
Right. True story, Loretta.
You're like, listen, get
I told my son to do that. Oh my God, I'm crying. That's why I'm laughing. Like, were you there? Because I literally
it's
told my
like
son.
it's like I'm psychic or something. It's
He's like,
weird.
he's psychic. That's exactly what I told my son to do. I was on an assignment. I was on an assignment in Oklahoma City. And he called me. He was like, something keeps coming into my room, and and they just smiling at me. They're not saying anything. I said, what? Mind you, my husband's no help. So I was like, okay,
Right.
this is what you're gonna do. Go get some salt. That's why I'm laughing, because I literally told my son to do the
Go
same
get
thing. That is
salt.
so funny.
Oh my gosh. I love
Oh my
that.
God, it's so funny. And so he's like, they're not coming into my room anymore, but they're sitting on the outside. I said, well, what you're going to do is do the whole house.
Right. You
How
just go,
about that? So you can walk freely in your house and not worry about any energy, trying to communicate with him. But I had him to understand, hey, this is your people. Some of these people are your people. I welcome your ancestors in this space. I told them to come and
right.
keep watch for us. So now when he see them, he doesn't get too worried. It's like, okay, I already know they're here. So it doesn't scare them.
Right.
My kids are not afraid. Yeah, they're not afraid. He was like, oh, must be my great grandmother. Hey, girl,
Hey girl. Hey girl. Hey.
Hey, girl,
High
hey.
five.
Yeah, I always say, how does the energy feel? Does it feel like a scary energy? Do you feel afraid when you see them? They're like, no. I say, good, because I
Good.
only call those energies of your lineage, your ancestors to be
Right.
here, your spirit team to be here. So, Miranda, that was so funny.
That is funny.
Throw the salt. That's so funny.
But
Woo.
yeah. So isn't that crazy though? How like my kids don't think anything of seeing spirits or
Mhm.
like getting weird premonitions. They at no point do they go, you know, I had a weird thing happen today. It's not that. It's like, yeah, I saw a dead guy. Like it's just not even a
Right.
thing anymore because, and I think it's because it was just so normal
Hmm.
for me. And I remember my daughter when she was probably 3 years old comes, I'm sitting in the bed, I'm watching Dancing with the Stars, right? I don't know, some dance show. I'm watching, and
Hmm.
she comes out of my bathroom and announces there's no such thing as ghosts.
Okay.
And like and stomps out.
Mm.
And I said, there could be.
Maybe.
But what that tells me is when she was in my bathroom, she saw something. And
Yep.
something said something to her because she came out, she looked white, like she's like,
Oh. Oh.
and well, I'm pretty convinced. And then she had an imaginary friend named Bob that he was always up to mischief. So I'm, and she'll even say, she'll say now as an adult, like, oh yeah. totally spirit. Like I get
Mhm.
it. There was no imaginary friend. That was an actual being that was with me.
Right.
And
Right.
and I remember like even my son at one point, he said he was playing with his cousin. They were in the bedroom and he playing with his cousin and he said, some guy in a hat just walked through my room. And it sounded like it was more of like an energetic impression, but he's like,
Mhm.
yeah, he had a hat on. I asked I asked Micah if he could, he's like, oh, did you see that guy just walk through?
Mhm.
Which is not conversation in that household. And
Mhm.
and my poor nephew was like, what'd you just say?
Oh.
And like went and hid behind the couch. And I was like, Micah, what's wrong? What's wrong, buddy? He was like, there's a ghost in Aiden's room.
Oh my gosh.
So like
Oh.
so yeah, in my house, it was just normal conversation.
Mhm.
Like
Yep.
no big deal. You know, we'd go
Mhm.
to church just back in the day. I went to church for a minute too.
Mhm.
Um, and I remember sitting in it was Catholic church on top of that. I'm doing the whole stand, sit, kneel. We were in a
Mhm.
kneeling position and it was communion. And I look up and I swear I saw my husband's grandmother go, just look at me. And I went, and it was totally somebody didn't look anything like her. It just was like just walking down the aisle. I'm like, hey, Grandma Scott. Okay, cool. You know, so
I love
it's just
that.
I love seeing stuff like that out in the wild. It's so cool. And then to have your kids see it too and be so comfortable with it. It's just so normalized. I think that's so important.
Yep.
Um, because then they don't because then I feel like they trust their intuition more. So when they're faced with major life decisions, and they get that spirit show up or they get that inkling, they know what's their voice and what's not.
Yes, Linda. Yes. Oh, you are speaking. That's exactly what I do with my kids. You are literally, because I didn't get that growing up. I'm Haitian, by the way. I didn't say that, but I'm Haitian as well, you guys. So I get that the way I was brought up, even though I was born here, born and raised here, I still had Haitian parents. I still had Haitian. So Creole was my first language. Okay. Then I had to learn the English and all that stuff, even though I was born here. But a lot of the things that they would talk about again, and my mom was also religious, not spiritual, but the religious side.
Religious,
So
right.
I got indoctrinated a lot. I got indoctrinated from jump. My dad is a pastor, so we were indoctrinated from the beginning. That's why my aunt is, I feel like, is guiding me a lot because she was more on the spiritual side. She had the Florida water. She had, all the different things. So I grew up not knowing anything outside of the fear mongering and the voodoo and the woo woo and all the negative tone that came with it. I grew up knowing that. And that kept me from speaking of what I saw. I saw my grandmother so many times, and my grandmother would go to my mom in dreams all the time and say, hey, and by the way, there's 54 people in here. Okay, don't talk about it. But my nickname is Nunu. So she would get drinks and say,
Mhm.
where's Nunu? You need to have Nunu with her. Nunu needs to be with you. And my mom was like, oh no, she's 19. She can travel. She can do what she wants. And she would come and give her warning. And then like I think one that time when she was like, where's Nunu? I got into a head on accident. Yes, a collision
Oh,
like the next day. So my mom dreamt about her mother, and then so I felt like my grandmother is on my team as well, and try to give using be that point of contact for my mom to get me together. But my mom wasn't listening to what I was seeing. I was seeing things, people ascending and seeing spirits and all. She's like, nope, never a lot of days. Sit in front of the TV and listen to listen to this pastor. Clean your soul, clean your
wow.
spirits. And I'm like, mom, and so again too, she would tell us experiences she had in Haiti with
Mhm.
spirits and things like that. So
Okay.
that kind of had us scared too, like, oh no, we don't want to go nowhere near any of that stuff. And as I raised my kids, I'm like, oh, I was so like, my mom did that to me. My mom did this, my family did this to me.
Right.
And
But they
and
thought
now
they
I'm
were
like,
protecting you probably. They
right,
were because
exactly my
they
protector.
were raised to believe
Yep.
that seeing spirit was evil and bad, and there are some curses and all those things. So
Yep.
I think I was lucky that my family was like, well, church is a great way to market your business and to be in the community. And like it was, and just small mom and pop, but like I feel like they were They believed in God. But
Mm-hmm.
they also believed in, other. We just didn't
Mm-hmm.
talk about it. My mom was like, my mom, my brothers, and I all had, well, I didn't have predictive dreams, but the three of them would.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why aren't I psychic? Why can't I have those things?
Oh, see that makes sense. And
Yeah.
I'm the one
But
that's like, don't put me in a box. My mom would always call me the rebel child, even though I was very quiet. Just
you,
very quiet because I
rebel?
was taking
What?
a I am a
What?
rebel, Lorenda. I don't follow the rules. I'm a rule
What?
breaker. Oh my God. Do not give me any rules because I'm not listening to it. Because why? Why you give me a
Because
rule?
why
Why
you
you
give me
trying to control?
rules?
Yeah, don't do
Be
that to me.
like,
Because now I'm gonna go see.
don't you see this crown? Why you telling me rules? Like,
Hello. Now I'm gonna see what you're talking about because I gotta see why you telling me no. I can't do
right.
that. I'm gonna do
Oh
it.
my God. I was the same way. I'm like,
Now I'm interested.
So what you're saying is you had a bad experience. So now
Thank you.
I gotta try it because maybe I won't.
Thank you, Lorenda. Exactly. Exactly it. That is exactly it. Because it didn't work for you doesn't mean it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work for me. It's absolutely gonna work for me this time because I'm manifesting that it does work. So I'm different. I'm very different. It's gonna work. So what are you
Right.
talking about?
Meanwhile,
But
still
yeah.
times out of 10, my mom was right. So we don't need to talk about that.
My mom too. I can't tell my mom. Thank God you pray for me. I used to do the craziest things. Oh God, I'm thanking you for praying for me. I can say her now. Like, Ma, remember your cosmetic kit? My mom used to go to she went to cosmetology school and they gave her a kit with all of these different things, the rollers and the piercing guns and all of this stuff. And I remember in middle school, I found it for her. I was like a treasure box. Oh my God, what is this? And I took the piercing pew pew. Forgot. I took the piercing pew pew and the earrings and I would pierce those other classmates' ears. $5. But I'm able to tell her that now. I'm able to say these things now. She's like, "You did what? You could have caused a keloid. You could have caused it." I just, it was cool. So yeah, I could talk about these things now. So when it comes to spiritual things with my mom, I'm able to tell her now. She was one of the reasons why I did not tell anybody that didn't come out of the mediumship closet is because I was like, oh my gosh, she was the one that indoctrinated me so much because that's she believed it and I believed it
Right.
too. But now it's like, oh, the shift's happening. And she's like, what do you mean? What is a medium? I said, I have to tell you that I could spirit kept getting on me. I didn't care about anybody else knowing. It was just my mom. And that's why spirit is like, okay, you pulling cards, you're fine, we're doing that. But now I need you to start doing mediumship. Okay. I'm like, okay, created this TikTok page just for mediumship. I have a whole nother family TikTok page, but just for mediumship. And then I was in Virginia and the energies were coming at me heavy while I was working as a nurse. They were coming at me left and right. Oh my God. And Spirit was like, are you ready to do this? I need you to be public with this. And I'm like, I'm not ready to be public. Oh, not? Oh, you're not? Okay, let's go ahead and bring another energy to her. Let somebody else talk to her. Let's bring another spirit. So I'm over here getting all overwhelmed with all these different spirits and energies and loved ones. And I'm over here trying to put an IV in a patient, and somebody's calling me. Mind you, I'm a travel nurse, so I'm supposed to just be feeding babies in the back. I talk a lot,
Right.
so I expose my skill set. And so I was like, oh, so you're great at IVs. Oh, you're great at putting these into. Can you come over here, Ermi? So I'm like, I'm just a travel nurse, guys. No, 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 you're not just you're an asset to this space right now. So we need you. So not only am I doing these things and getting patients coming from the OR and talking to the residents, energies are hitting me left and right. Hey, tell him. Hey, so I didn't have boundaries too, Lorenda. I didn't have
Right.
boundaries with the energies.
Right.
So they were just coming. Hey, tell him I'm here. Tell him don't drive too fast. Go, grandma's aunts. And I'm like, okay, okay. So I just sat down. I said, Spirit, if you really want me to do this, while I'm at the nurse's station, I have my head down. If you really want me to do this, bring an energy over here. Oh no, not bring an energy. Bring someone over here that you want me to talk to. Literally, one of my coworkers walked up and was like, Ermi, are you okay? And I looked up and I said, oh my
Oh my God.
fucking God. I'm like, God, you guys. And so I was
And,
like,
and Spirit was like, you said to bring
yep.
somebody over.
Exactly. I was like, if okay, you say you want to, if you really want me to do this, bring somebody over. And they brought in my coworker that was there at the time, and she's like, "You're okay." And I was like, "Now, how do I say
Mm,
this to her? How do I let her know that I do this?" And so I was like, "Do you believe in ghosts?" And so I was trying to do it in a humanistic way, a logical way for people to understand. And she said, "Oh my
right.
God, I love that stuff." I said, "What about psychic?" She said, "Oh my God,
I
I have a
love this.
psychic friend." Perfect. I said, "Can I talk to you?" And I took her to one of the rooms, and one of the patient rooms. It was an empty room. I was like, "Okay." So I am able to connect with the energies. I see the energies all the time, and I keep seeing this female energy connected to you. And then I started to describe this lady. She's like, "That's my aunt," and she started crying, and I just gave her a hug, and I was like,
Oh.
"Okay." And then that morning, when I got out, because I worked overnight, when I left the job, and I got into my car, and my mom called me. She was like, "I'm just checking on you. You getting out of work? How was your work week? And how was your night?" And I was like, "It was great, but I gotta talk to you." She's like, "What? Ma, why didn't you tell me you see spirits?" So I switched it on her. Yeah, Lorenda, I did a I said, "You got me over here struggling. I'm seeing dead people. You didn't tell me you could do this too." At that point, I understood that all people could do it. So I said, "Let me flip it." Spirit said, "I'm going to guide you with what you say to her." And I said, "You didn't tell me." She said, "Well, what do you mean?" I said, "This whole time, I didn't have anybody to help me understand this. And you are my point of contact.
That's
You,
right.
mom, was supposed to help me with this. And I'm over here thinking I'm losing my mind and spirits are coming around all the time. I know I'm a medium, mom. I'm a medium." And she was like, "So what does that mean for you?" I said, "Mom,
What?
I'm not crazy. That's what it means. And you were supposed to
Yeah.
help me." So she was like, "Okay." And as I began to do more and more, and I started teaching and started doing more development, she started saying, "So how are your students?" I was like, "She get it. Thank you, mom. My students are great."
Oh, I love
Yes.
that.
So
I
now
love
it's
that.
like, it was my mom, the only person that I worried about. Everybody else, I don't really care if they know I'm a medium. I'm just whatever. My mama was the one, because I'm like, that's my baby. I love her. And so
Right.
even though she
Right.
indoctrinated me so heavily, it was
But she
her.
did
Yep.
but she didn't know.
She didn't know. Yep.
So
And so
what's
I help
kind of
her understand.
I was getting ready to say it's kind of cool that that cycle of
Hmm.
life, and it makes you wonder. Sometimes I wonder if we're supposed to have that experience early in our life because it helps us learn other lessons that actually
Hmm.
will translate into once we transition to that mediumship. Because there are things that I look back now in my life and go, that sucked. Like,
Hmm.
why did I have to go through that? But that actually makes me a better medium. So it's like I had
Yes.
to experience things from a certain lens and a certain point of view to be able to come in and do this work in the way that I do
Hmm.
it now. And
Yes.
so as much as I don't like the things that I went through and that those the weird belief systems that just growing up in Indiana, like that's just
Hmm.
people will say all the time, "Oh, you talk to okay, so you're a medium." Well, I'm a Christian.
Right.
I'm like,
Okay.
that's literally the I get that all the time, but I'm a Christian. I'm like, do you have bitch, you have no pearls on right now.
Hello. Thank you. Period. Because what does that mean? That don't mean nothing, girl.
Right. I saw you on Instagram last week. You are not a Christian.
Thank you. See, that's why I feel like people don't know us for real, Lorinda. They don't know, because the most Christianest person, I've had a vision. I want to say, maybe two, when I was super in the church. I was doing a lot of vlogging. I used to vlog on YouTube, on the tube of you, and I would have those premonition dreams. And
Yep.
then Spirit said, "You need to record what you dream. You need to record what's happening." And
Okay.
so I had a dream of two prominent pastors of the world. Everybody know them, and they were in my dreams, and they were in their birthday suits. And then I saw, yeah, girl. And then I
Yeah.
saw an earthquake in Haiti, and I just saw a whole bunch of people just laid out. And then it was like it. There was, you remember the movie Signs?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay, and you know how they have the crop circles, and they were those different things where that's how the bodies were. And I was just like, okay, what's that dream about? So I
Ooh.
recorded it. Yeah, I recorded it, and then found out Haiti did have an earthquake, and
Yep.
then the things started being revealed about those pastors.
Pastor.
National news, and I was like, I said, "Well, Spirit, why did you want me to record these things?" And Spirit said, "Because I need you to trust us with what we show you. It's a
Yes.
trust thing. It's a trust. It's not for you to go and tell
Yes.
everybody. It's just for us
Yep.
to get you to trust what you see and how
Yeah.
you connect." So
Yeah.
a lot of it is not for me to go and be like, "Oh my God, I saw Lorenda on No,
Right.
is sit back, because I just showed you something with Lorenda. Sit back and then watch it play out, because I need you to trust us with what we show you."
Right.
So that's exactly how it is for me. And that's how I tell my mentees and my students, You don't have to show everybody the gift. You don't have to show the power. It's all about you trusting and connecting with your spirit guides, your spirit team, your ancestors. It's for you to connect and for you to begin to trust. A lot of people don't think it's a trust thing. It is a trust thing,
It
because if
is.
they show you something and you don't follow through or listen to it, and then you be like, "Oh man, I should have listened." Well, I mean, hello, they're trying to get you to trust them so you can avoid a lot of these different things happening, that happens in life. But
Right.
sorry, I had to add that in there. I was like,
No, that's
I just
actually
thought about
something.
it. It's trust.
Well, and you teach classes as well. And when I get people who come to me and say, "But what if I get this premonition? I feel like what am I supposed to do with this? What if I get these major life events?" Oh, I got the puzzle piece. Hang on.
Hmm. And
Um,
my daughter's about to pop in soon, so you might hear the dogs, but keep going.
that's all right. We love us some doggies. So I totally forgot what I was talking about. Wait, I had the puzzle and
The
then the dog.
premonition you tell
Oh,
your
the premonition.
students.
I tell my
Hmm.
students, I'm like, just because you're getting the information doesn't mean you're obligated to share it or
Exactly.
deconstruct it. What you sometimes you're just all this is for you to have validation later so you can go, okay, I see how that played out. What I saw in my mind versus how it actually played out. Okay, now I'm understanding. To me, it's learning the language of your guides. It's learning how they're communicating with
Exactly.
you. That it's not always your obligation
Thank
to
you.
go save the world. And to, because we see those people on social media
We do.
and they're not always right in the way that they thought they were. What they see versus how it played out. And you know what? If you're going to learn them in real time in public, that's cool. That's on you. I'm not doing that.
Mhm.
Nope.
Right.
Um, because sometimes it's just that's just part of spirit teaching us.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Yeah, I had to let one of my students know that too, and she was like, she was deconstructing, and she took my
mhm,
class and everything, and she's like, "Okay, so Ermi, what do I do now that I know that I'm a medium? How do I tell everybody?" I said, "You
you don't.
don't tell everybody." Because
Mm-mm.
why would you volunteer the attacks? You're volunteering people to come and attack you, knowing that they're not ready to be
Correct.
deconstructed. So you're
Right.
welcoming the bull. You're welcoming the bull. Why you don't even want to hear that stuff? You don't want to hear somebody try to reconvert you back to doing something that you hated doing in the first place. Right? Like,
I
why do you want
yeah.
that?
My favorite's like, but Jesus, I'm like, he's a cool dude. I channeled him once.
Exactly.
there, there,
Yeah.
there, there is legitimacy in coming out and in a way to come out as a reader, as a psychic, as a medium. And there is, when I did the Biddy Tarot class back in
Hmm.
2020, there's a whole module on how to come out as a reader.
Oh
Because
wow.
it's a thing and it helped you write dialogues like how will your family like kind of break down
Hmm.
how would your family feel about that.
Hmm.
You
That
called it.
was, but as soon because I saw my daughter coming through, I'm like, the dog's
That's
gonna
all right,
bark.
it's
But go
coming.
ahead.
That's all right.
Okay.
We do the doggies. I can't believe mine's being quiet right now. It's weird.
And
She's
mine's
she's
the yappers.
she's upside down sleeping. She's like, I don't care.
And mine is
I
just want
don't
to be up
care.
under my chair. Like, no, you can't be up here.
Yeah, barking on the
So yeah.
truth, Tina said.
Hmm.
So well now, all right, so let's pivot a little bit. I know
Okay.
that something that's really important to you is working in the Black communities and doing
Mm.
work with your spirituality and empowering. So talk just a little bit about some of the things you do in
When it
that
comes to
way.
that. Okay, so for me, I've learned early on into my practice that I don't see a lot of people that look like me, and the ones that did look like me had their head wraps. And again, I'm not knocking what people do,
Oh,
but that's what was a representation for me, what I saw, and I was like, I don't want to do that. A lot of them have been put or joined different organizations, different religious sects, different spiritual sects. Um, I would say like different because again, voodoo is like a religion, but it's not a
mhm,
religion.
right,
Hoodoo and Ifa and Santeria and 21 divisions. So I started learning about all these different sects. And I was like, I don't want to be a part of it because it felt like me going into being an organized religion again. I didn't want to be a part of that. I left. I,
right,
I am deconstructing. So I left the church for a reason. I do not want to be under anybody else. I don't want anybody to tell me what I need to do unless spirit is guiding me to say, hey, go talk to Lorenda so she can give you a tip. Go
right.
talk to Carrie. Go talk to, yeah, any ATR. Thank you guys. Go talk to Sylvester so he can get, I
Hi,
like
Sylvester.
that. I like that instead of saying, instead of joining a whole organization. I don't want to do that. And so
Right.
Spirit said, well, go ahead and show up for the people. So I'm showing up for everybody because I don't see color, because I'm more tapped in and I see the
Right.
energy. I
You can
don't see
see
color, I
it.
see the energy
You can see
of
a
the person.
person. You can see a person.
Yes. I can see the person. And I truly see the person. I didn't see any of that, you know. And as I started to tap in a little bit more, spirit started showing me deeper levels. So I know when people see, skin and all that, I know that's a human thing. That's a human thing. Because
Yeah.
when I've done past life regressions, I was a white guy named Josh. I was a siren. Like, so when I started doing, and that was early on in my awakening. Like, I was getting all of that in the beginning. Like, whoa, I'm
Oh.
this person, I was that person. And then I will say, one of my followers here 4 years ago was like, you need to start teaching. You need to start teaching this. I'm like, I'm a student still. What do you mean? I'm still learning. Teach what? What are you
Teach
talking
what?
about?
I don't
Like,
teach
I don't
him.
have any, right. I have no
What am I
curriculum. I
teaching?
have no structure. I just talk to the energies. I see them, And then I want to say maybe after the Virginia trip, my Virginia assignment, and I came home and Spirit was like, that's your last assignment. And I was like, what? That's
Oh,
my last travel assignment. That's what Spirit told me. And I said, wait a minute, what? And so I started setting myself up because I was already starting to go live while I was in Virginia. So I said, okay, I'm back home. Let me go ahead and make my own little space. And Spirit's like, yeah, because you're gonna really start teaching people. And then when I get readings, I'm doing readings for people, and then it flips to where the person is telling me, you're gonna be my teacher. What are you talking about? Like, why do I keep saying that? Because Spirit's like, because you're not paying attention, or
because you're not paying attention. They're
right?
like, they're pulling a carry. Listen,
This it's like, because you're
listen.
not paying attention. And so as I started to, okay, let me go ahead and start doing a class, and then it was open to everybody. But I saw a majority of the people that were coming were people that looked like me. And shout out to Sylvester. He said to me one day, he said, Ermi, and mind you, I think I was like 8 to 10 classes in. I was already doing it for a while. And he said, Ermi, do you understand representation matters and what you're doing matters?
Yep, he said that
Sylvester
in the
said it to me
chat.
when he was Astro. And I was like, this is when he was Astro. I was like, I got chills. I was like, oh, I didn't even think about it like that until he said it to me. And I was like, what? And he said, think about it. A lot of those people that's in your classes have been African American women, African American people. Mind you, it's everybody. I got a Caucasian, I got
Yeah,
a lot,
yeah,
but majority have been because, again, what we were brought up to believe that we should not do this. And it comes from, it goes way back from Africa. And also, we were taught not to do this and stay away from it and all of that, and not do any of practices, not, do our natural, the earth grows everything. We're taught to not boil it and drink it as tea. We're taught to stay away from that. We're taught, so as I began to do it more and more and more, I'm like, okay, so spirit, this is why you have me doing this. Because again, you need to wake up as many people as you can. That is part of your purpose here, Ermi. Wake them all up. Black, Asian, Caucasian, Hispanic, wake them up. It doesn't matter because it is the
yep.
energy behind the person. It don't matter. They're just choosing to be in this life, standing
Mhm.
on stage as I chose to be a black girl this time. Next time, I might choose to be a Spanish woman that lives in Honduras that has to do some magical things in Honduras. Like, so our spirit knows what we're just on stage. And I say this on my live a lot of
Yep.
times. We're on stage just living this life. And our ancestors and our loved ones that transition, our cousins and aunts and moms that transition, they're off stage, but they're still there. So they're
Right.
behind the scenes pulling the curtains closed and opening the curtains, and they're in the audience and they're rooting for us, but we're still on stage. When we have the intermission for a play, the intermission is
Mhm.
when we go to sleep. And that's where we see and converse with these energies and say, hey, mom. And that's when they show up and say, girl, you're doing a good job. Keep
You
going.
do-
You're doing amazing, baby. And that is the intermission of the play. But when you wake up, you're back on stage. You're back on stage continuing this life. And a lot of people don't get that concept. So when spirits say, go on there, Ermi, go and talk, let them see you, let them know they can come out of that. They don't have to be in the church. They don't have to be indoctrinated. They can be deconstructed. They can do, and they can be able to tap in with spirit. They can be able to see, oh my God, it's way more than just this. It's a whole lot. Yes, it is, because the box that they placed you in is a box that they put a lock on and not let you be free. Let's unlock the fucking box. Sorry if the people don't
Yep.
curse,
What?
but let's unlock the damn box and get you out of the box and create if God is a limitless God and you serve a limitless God, why are you setting limitations on yourself? Why are you being limited? If you say that I honor and I praise the limitless God, you set limitations because your pastor told you you better not leave the house today and make sure you give the $10 and $5 and da 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 da. Hey Nick. But I'm just
I'm
saying
loving it.
that's where representation that's where representation matters. And so I, again,
Yes.
in this space, I don't see a lot of me, but I see them coming out of the program or the classes that I've have. They go live. I'm like, yes, because again, it's a whole pantheon of whole group of people that don't get to do this stuff because they're told not to do it. It is too scary. It is too dangerous. You're gonna get attacked. And it's a lie. It's all
It's a,
lies.
right.
Lorenda, it's
Right.
all
It's
lies.
lies.
Agree.
Right. So that's
Agree
why
with
I'm
all
able
that.
to connect with I love people. I love,
Mhm.
love people. And again, I see the energy of the person. So you just chose to be in this meat suit. But I'm friends with Nick. I'm friends with Lorenda. I'm friends with Lucy. I'm friends with everybody. I don't give a shit. Because I'm about well, let me look with the energy. Because I see what you look like in person, but let me see what your energy look like. Because your
Right.
Right.
energy is
Says
dirty.
everything.
It says everything. Your energy is
Everything.
beautiful. Your energy, oh my God. That's why I'm so connected to you, Loretta. Because I'm like, ah, that's my girl. We got the same, we come from the same girl. Listen, you my girl, you know? And again, you don't know who is your soul family. They just chose to be if people watch Cloud Atlas, that would be a good movie to watch to see how many lives we are, how many different roles we play, about how many times we meet up again. We meet up again. We meet up.
Mhm.
It's really an energy, y'all. We're just living and being on stage playing the role of Lorenda Carr this time.
Right.
Right.
Being
I agree with
born by these people. You chose to be born by those people,
Mhm.
and you chose, okay, I know I'm going to have some obstacles in this life because this is what they're going to do to me. But when I get from that part to this part, I'm going to help wake up more people to let them know that it's more than just
There's
that.
more. So
There's
much more.
more.
So
Oh
much
my
more.
God. Oh my goodness. Hey,
And
I just
Nick.
met
Ermi,
Nick.
and I know Ermi lives
Oh,
close
we
to me.
can't hear you. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a
Okay.
minute. 'Cause I don't have
Nick
you.
is on the other thing, you guys, because
I
we're
know.
on TikTok too, Nick.
All
Oh,
right. Hey, Nick, can you do TikTok also, or are you just doing the one
I
platform?
haven't set it up. I haven't set it up for TikTok.
Okay, that's all right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I
I took one ear
okay.
out. And I'm like, oh, now I'm like really loud in my own head. I
I
had no
know
idea how loud I
Ermi.
was.
I know Ermi lives near me. We've got to get together.
Yes, Nick, you
Together
are on my radar, and I didn't forget. You're not too
after the
far. You're not even an hour
holidays.
away.
Yeah,
Yes.
everything
Let's
is
go to Disney
crazy.
Springs.
But I have yes, yes,
I love it. I
yes.
love it. I
Wait,
love it.
I have something I made just for today.
She made a crown. Oh my God, I should have did that. I love that, Nick. So if you guys don't know, we're also live on the Tube of You, and we're also live on Facebook. So join there as well so you guys can see Nick, because I know my part is about to end shortly. So
And
I'm
mine
gonna let
might
Lorena
too.
continue.
I got delivery people that were supposed to be here at 8 and they're going to be here any minute. So,
Oh
Okay.
no. All
but
right.
isn't this fabulous?
Yes,
It's
I
so
love
cute.
it.
It's so cute. It's so
I
cute,
mean,
Nick.
I just made the crown and then I'm like, oh, I have these crazy starlights I got at the Dollar Tree.
That is so cute.
I am dying right now. This is great.
So here I am. This is my crown for today.
If y'all can see Nick on this, go to the other
Go to
platform
the
so
other
y'all can see
platform so
her.
you can go see
Yeah.
you
Can they
guys.
only
Mhm.
see like I can see the portrait style, so I don't know where that's streaming. I don't know if they can see me there or not.
I can, well, oh, here, let me see if I can.
I have no idea. I have never figured out how to make TikTok work on StreamYard.
You can't.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Well,
You
that's why.
can't. So I have like next to
Why I
my
can't figure it
camera,
out.
I've got my phone.
Yeah, I
Oh,
have my phone here too, and I got my iPad. So I'm looking at both
oh,
screens.
Yeah.
that's
So
way too much.
that's why you kept seeing me look up here.
I was wondering how you did that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All
I
right.
need to post for guests. I need to post a picture of my setup so people can see what I do.
That would be
It's,
dope.
it took me a little while. It took me a while to figure out the system, but I was like, okay, because yeah,
Mhm.
TikTok doesn't play nice with other streaming platforms because you have
Yeah,
to do it on your phone.
I haven't
Because they
gone
want you to
live
belong
on
to
TikTok
them and
in
only
over.
them.
Yeah, I haven't gone live on TikTok in over a year.
Yeah, you
Mm.
kind of gave that up, didn't you?
Mhm.
Well, when you stay on an hour and you have 3 people come on and you have as many followers, and you're like, it's depressing. Oh, I love it. I
That's
love it.
us, you guys. So y'all can see us.
I love it.
Because Nick is next to get interviewed, you guys. So
Well,
Ermi,
thank you so much for coming in, Ermi. Make sure you guys on TikTok, on all the platforms, make sure you guys are following Ermi. And I just adore you, my big Leo energy friend.
I
And
love
thank
you
you for coming
too.
in. Thank you for coming in, sharing your experiences, your journey with us. And I'm just like, I just adore you.
Oh, thank you, friend. And I want to say too, I did a gallery, you guys. I did it in person for the first time a few weeks ago.
I
And who was
saw
I
that.
calling in a heartbeat? Lorenda, girl, talk to me. Okay. What do I do? Nick, I was like, Lorenda, girl, talk to me, Lorenda. Come on, let me write my notes. What do I do? Because I know you do this all the time. This is my first time, and I'm over here shaking. As much as I'm not afraid of anything, y'all, I was nervous about that. Like, what should I expect? And when I tell you the tips you gave and the anxiety, and just say, oh, it's just because I'm shifting frequencies. I was like,
Yeah,
girl, everything came
spirit.
back to me. Right,
Yeah,
Nick? I
spirit.
was like, oh,
I did a psychic fair before I left San Francisco and moved to Florida, like literally 3 weeks before I moved. And I was the same way. I was so scared. And
yeah.
then as soon as I started my readings, boom, boom, boom. No,
Yes.
everything, all the physical went away and spirit was just there.
Took over. Yep. I had an animal. I had a spirit guide. And I was like, why would a spirit guide come through? A spirit said, because somebody's been seeing this energy a lot and didn't understand why they
Yep.
kept seeing it. And the person was like, that was me.
Mm-hmm.
That was my spirit guide, Ermi. I was like, yeah. So that's your confirmation that you keep seeing this person or the energy. It was your spirit guide. So it was beautiful. A baby came through. It was a lot of different energies. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to do this more often
It's
because
fun.
people need
It's a
that.
rush, isn't it? It's so
Next time,
Mhm.
next time let's do like a dual one. I've been looking
Let's
to
do
do some in person.
one,
Yeah,
Nick. I'm so
yeah,
serious.
yeah.
listen.
I'm so
We'll
serious.
chat.
I
We'll
Yeah,
come
I've
chat,
to
been
Nick.
wanting
Florida.
to do that for a long time.
I'd come to Florida for that.
Come on,
Come on.
we live right by Disney World. We'll make a
Nick.
whole thing of it.
Oh man, Nick, come on. Nick is down the street from me too, you
Yeah,
guys. So y'all definitely need to go ahead and give her some love. She's not too far, Lorenda. Feels
Okay.
like.
right up the street.
But
It's
yeah.
real cold
So
up here in the wintertime. So I'm about to come down and be like, listen.
It's 82 degrees here today.
yep.
She look,
Nice.
Ernie knows. I'm like,
It's nice
when
out.
is winter coming? We had one day of winter. I'm like,
It's nice out.
yeah, my AC's blasting.
Wow. No, it's
Mm-mm.
like 35 today, I think.
Oh,
And where are you?
Indiana.
Indiana.
For some reason, I thought you were on the West Coast. I guess because you went out there
Because
with,
I go out there. Yeah. I go out there. I've
with
done stuff out there with Carrie and also it's really not fair that Carrie lives so far away.
I know.
Although it's probably better because I think she'd just be at my house all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then you wouldn't get any work done.
Then we wouldn't get any work done because we'd just be doing shenanigans.
Exactly.
Hey, Tracy. Hey,
So,
everybody.
All right.
So
Well,
everybody, I want to say to everybody that's here to support and that is a part of my community, I just want you to say hey to Lorenda. Make sure you got 333, can't make it up. So that means you are here on for a reason. So just go ahead and say hey in the chat and then give Lorenda some love. You guys follow her as well. Support her on her live because you know me, I'm big on support. I'm big
yeah,
on support. I'm big on community. You guys know that. So if you're popping in here from my spot, go say hey to my girl. She pops up in my lives all the time. So I want y'all to give her the same energy, same energy. And I thank you, Lorenda, for allowing me in your space. And thank you for everybody that is here. I thank y'all for listening to a smidget of my story, a little taste. I gave y'all a little taste. But please give Lorenda some love and y'all flood her with gifts and everything. Y'all know how we do. Come on now. We always pour into our people. We always pour into connections. And so I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you,
thank you
Lorenda.
so much, Ermi. I love you, girl. Okay.
bye, Ernie.
Let's
Bye, Nick. I'll be
Talk
I'll
soon.
be tapping and watching.
Okay, we'll talk soon.
Okay,
Bye.
bye guys.
Bye. All right, lady. This crown is off the chain. I know.
I know it's so amazing. All right. So if you guys, we've got Peaceful Nik in the tube of the U. So come check her out. I'm going to change up my little system here.
Okay.
Do this because I am not a fan of these. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I hear you perfect.
Okay, cool. All right. There we go. When I got two things going on, we got to have the tech.
I did it for a long time. I dual streamed and it was a lot. It's a lot.
And I got to get either better headphones. I don't know. Actually, I'm just going to stick with these because headphones really interfere with the crown. Although if we could do headphone crown, that'd be funny.
Yeah. Well, if I can create this crown in 5 minutes.
I think that's stunning.
I'm like, she's gonna get the. Oh, look, are you wearing red? We're both wearing the same.
I've got like a burnt sienna, maybe. I don't know. I'm just making that up. It's reddish.
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 I
How
thought
are you?
with her sense of humor, she's going to get this.
Oh my
this
gosh, I think it's
She's going to
amazing.
love it. She's going to love it. I mean, it lights up, for crying out loud.
Oh, it's so great. Oh my god, I feel like
5 minute crafts with Peaceful Nik.
Incredible. You guys, you got to go to the Tube of the U to see the crown that Peaceful Nik has made. You guys need to pop over there to Lorenda Carr Medium. Go check it out.
I have no shame.
No.
I'm completely humble, and I have to compete with Lorenda's crown.
It lights up, for God's sake. I love it. Like, I don't have a light up crown. Also, why don't I have a light up crown now that I'm thinking about it?
You got the dragons. They should be shooting fire. You could probably.
You're right.
When I saw that dragon crown, I'm like, I got to top that.
I mean, it's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Coco says it's amazing.
I love it. I love it.
So just so everyone knows, I could be interrupted at any moment and have to leave because long story with a delivery service. So I'm going to stay on until they call me or until they knock on the door.
That's fine. That's fine. We will take for as long as we can get you. So let's jump in then. Let's go ahead and I want to hear about you. So Peaceful Nik, you are a medium. You're a scientist, science teacher. You do all the things. And this is what I love about you. You are mundane before magical. And that is something I live by. Like, oh, so you saw an orb. I feel like it's not an orb. I feel like it's dust in your ring camera. Like, I feel like you are very much, you do the work, you do the studying, you bring a logical scientific point of view to this work. So tell me a little bit about your journey. Like, what made you step into this space of mediumship, and you're a scientist and all that. Tell me, I want to hear it. I want to hear the tea.
Okay. I was born on a Tuesday. No. No, I grew up a very dysfunctional family, child of divorce. Mother passed away when I was 15, had to move across the country. That's how I ended up in San Francisco to live with my dad and his family that he had then. And followed the science track, love science. I'm obsessed with science. I still teach science. I'm an adjunct professor. And I work for a Mars nonprofit. I'm education director there. So I definitely am still working in science all the time. And going on with my life. My kids were grown. They were like 18 and 20 or something like that. And all of a sudden, someone I hadn't seen for 25 years, as he was a newborn baby the last time I saw him. Didn't know anything about him because I had moved across the country. My sister called and said, Brandon died. And I was like, oh my God. And I knew instinctively it was a drug overdose. But that used to happen to me all the time. I always knew things, and I didn't know that not everybody knows things. And I know.
Yeah, I say that all the time. Like, I just thought it was normal to know things.
So did I, my whole life. I thought, oh, people don't know things. I learned that later in mediumship development. And I'm like, oh, not everybody's psychic. I had no idea. So I knew claircognizantly it was a drug overdose, even though I knew nothing about this gentleman who was now an adult. So a little while later, I didn't think much of it, laid down to take a nap. And a few seconds after I laid down, I saw him in my mind's eye, 3-dimensionally. Red, he had a red sweater, a gold chain, short black hair, and he leaned in my mind's eye. I could see him fully, and he said, tell my mom I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it. And it was incredibly powerful and overwhelming, and nothing like that had ever happened to me before in my life. And of course, I couldn't go to sleep then. I got up and I was like buzzing, like, oh my God, what was that?
What was that? How did that come to me? Oh yeah, I can only imagine. Wow.
And nothing like that had, not in that way, had ever happened before. That was very dramatic. And it's like spirit going, hey, dummy. Hey, dummy.
Fly. Hello. Fly.
Exactly. And so I called my sister and said, oh my God, Brandon came to me in a vision. And I told her what happened. She's like, whoa. And so a few days later, I talked to the mom. It was a drug overdose. Then she sent me the picture of him in his red sweater with the gold chain.
Mm.
And, you know, scientist me, I blew it off and didn't really think of it anymore.
Such a weird coincidence.
Yeah. Didn't even, so I'm working, cleaning, doing dishes, you know, got the family, blah, blah, blah. A few months later, something very similar happened with another loved one who passed, who was close to this person was close to my son. It was my daughter-in-law's grandmother. So my son was with her at her passing. And she was and I knew her some, but I had never like been in her house or anything, but we had hung out a few times. And wonderful lady, very like, say whatever you want, very similar to me, very fiery, you know, like
You're
Lorenda.
fiery? What?
Sag Aries.
All the fire signs in the house today.
Exactly. And so, so that day she passed, I kept seeing this red heart with her name on it over and over and over. So I texted my son and I said, hey, Dottie keeps showing me this red heart with her name on it, like over and over. I cannot make her stop. Like I can't go to sleep. I can't think. I can't do anything. She was relentless because Spirit saying, listen, lady, listen.
Yeah.
And within like 10 seconds, he texted me back a picture of the red heart. It was her keychain with her name he just picked up at the moment of her passing.
Whoa.
And my knees buckled. I had to grab the stove to keep from passing out. I was like,
wow.
I saw the text and I was so overwhelmed with, it's going to make me cry just thinking about it. Like, oh my God, something is happening and I don't know what to do. I don't know who to talk to. Do I need a CAT scan? Do I have a tumor? Like
right.
Science.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And of course, so then I scoured YouTube as you do, because you know, I knew what mediumship was, but it wasn't on my radar. Right. You know, I was aware. I watched shows about it. I watched Sylvia Brown on Montel Williams 25 years ago. You know,
Same. John Edwards, Sylvia Brown, all of them.
So I knew I had watched the shows, but I wasn't going to be a medium. It wasn't something that was going to happen to me.
Because we don't see dead people.
No, I could never. I'm like, there's no way I could ever do that. That's crazy. Like, that's so insane what they do. And so and then just the other day, I remembered that I used to have Sylvia Brown's books during the Montel William days, because I saw a video of her pop up on my newsfeed. I'm like, oh my God, I used to have that book.
I read all of her books. I read all of them. And if you go back and look at her predictions, not a one.
I remember one I was waiting for that she said King Charles would never take the throne, that William would take the throne and he would die before his mother died, or something to that effect. Well, that didn't happen.
There were so many things that didn't happen.
Well, that's why I never make direct predictions for anything like that.
Correct.
Because there's so many variables.
Right.
People ask me all the time, can you predict such and such? I mean, I could, but it's a road to nowhere, really.
Right. Well, and also we have free will. And I tell people, my example is, if I were to see you driving off a cliff tomorrow and be like, hey, you know, you're gonna die tomorrow because you're driving off a cliff. Then as the sitter, I'm gonna be like, or I could not go to any cliffs tomorrow. There's that. Like what? So we have free will. Things can change. So I'm very careful about predictions. I will read into the energy of the trajectory of, if you turn left, this is where it goes, and if you go this way, this is where it goes. And we as a society also make choices. We can either choose to follow the energy in the crowd, or we can go, hey, that's not good. I'm not jumping off that bridge. I'm going to go this way. We have a choice.
I agree. And I sometimes, you know, when you pay attention to the news, because I have sometimes guests on my YouTube live that talks about politics, and sometimes I'm guests on other people's lives, and they're always wanting me to make predictions. And I'm like, listen, I can tell you that Gavin Newsom will most likely be the front runner on the Democratic ticket. Will he get elected president? I don't know, but he sure is making it seem like he's going to be the front runner, right? Now, is that a psychic prediction? Or is that just me paying attention to what's going on and being a certain age and understanding that it looks very much. And so that's what I say. Is it my awareness of what's happening in the world around me and paying attention, or a psychic prediction? It's probably my awareness.
Right.
You know, if all of a sudden I said, John Doe from Branson, Missouri is going to be the next president and nobody's ever heard of him, and then that person became president, that's a prediction.
That's a prediction. Right. Right. Right.
I would never do that though. Just that's not, I do mediumship. Yeah, I connect with spirit. So after my events that happened, I went to YouTube, watched a bunch of different stuff about mediumship, trying to find out what to do. What do I do now? Because I knew it wasn't going to stop after that second event. So I found a mentor in the UK and I started taking a class, and she taught me so much. It was amazing. And then I took another class, and I was doubling up on classes. And I can't even tell you how many classes I took with her. Then I got certified to teach mediumship. And so I do mentorships, you know, individual and groups. And it's been 6 years. Almost 7 next month, January, it'll be 7. So my life's completely different. I have a completely different viewpoint. I'm much more self-reflective. You know, as a fiery sign, sometimes we're like, not the most self-reflective. That's my history anyway. And now I'm like, oh, I make mistakes too. Oh, right. It's not just them all the time.
Oh, it's not. Oh, right. I
know. I'm really screw that up.
I know. Well, and then like, not only am I a fire sign, I'm Leo on top of that. And so, I mean, like you throw in that's because I'll tell people all the time, like, well, I would love to tell you about your astrological sign, except I'm a Leo and I only know about myself.
Yeah. I don't know astrology. I want to take an astrology course, and I want to take an official, really deep tarot course, but I don't have the time right now.
Right. And those do take it, especially when you're a learner, when you don't just like sit in on a class to kind of get the cliff notes. You like to deep dive. And I'm the same way. Like if I'm going to go into something, I need to have that bandwidth and that time to be able to dive into it and really learn it. That way I can fully grasp it. I'm one of those learners that I can't just read something. I can't just write something. I have to like experience something. And I have to like do it over and over again. You ought to see me learning choreography. It's a big joke. Like it takes me so long to learn in choreography, but then once I do, I don't forget it. Like the rest of my life, it's ingrained in my cell structure because
when you do something physically, now this is the teacher mind in me, because I've been a teacher for so long. When you do something physical, it's so much easier to remember, like choreography or handwriting your notes in class. I'm a big proponent of doing everything by hand when you have to learn.
Me too. And that's just, I used to say it's because I'm old and that's how we learned. We didn't have computers and all that.
And however, we learned better, I think, in my opinion.
I agree because, and they even said, I've seen studies how, and I'm going to derail for half a second here, that with children, when they start learning cursive, it actually engages a certain side to their brain. Or when they start learning how to write, their brain perceives it as just art, which is why they'll do letters backwards, upside down. It's not that there's anything wrong with them. It's just the letter is art to them. They're drawing. And so until they do it over and over again and make those connections. So, but it's also building the neural pathways in their brain while they're doing that. Mm-hmm. And you fast forward to where now they just don't even teach cursive.
Yeah. My oldest son hated writing cursive because he's a lefty and he hated it. And now they don't even teach it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. So yeah, derailing moment. So let's talk about like your journey into going from, oh shit, there might be something to this, to actually jumping into now what do you do? Like, tell me about what you do now as a practice. I know you've got your show and you do mediumship, but tell me, how do you incorporate all this?
Well, like you mentioned earlier, I always have, the little science-based part first, right? So I do have people send me pictures of orbs, or they'll send me a video of something and they'll be like, what is this? And so I always use my science mind first, because there's a lot of stuff that's totally normal and natural. Like our cell phones pick a lot of stuff up that is just a piece of dust that's enlarged by the light because of the lenses are so complicated. So I do a lot of like navigating that kind of stuff for people, which is, takes 2 seconds to answer those questions. But do you just mean what do I do in my business or for my practice?
I'm talking about for your practice, like with you're a practicing medium. You do readings, correct?
Yes. Yes.
And how do you take that? Do you incorporate all the science into your mediumship? I'm trying to draw that bridge between the two.
So I think the science background helped me be a better medium because it helps me with discerning what is really coming through mediumistically from spirit and what's from the 3-dimensional world. That's the big one for me, because when I started getting visions of people who passed away in my head and I couldn't explain it scientifically, especially because the things I was seeing was accurate and actually had happened, then that was like, oh, so I did an experiment on myself. I said, okay, I'm a scientist. I will experiment and I will take one class and I will see if I can do this. If I can't do the class, if I can't do the mediumship class and be successful, I fail the experiment, right? I just realized through the experiment, am I really a medium or am I just a crazy person that just had some visions? So my hypothesis was correct. I can talk to spirits. And so the science part keeps me really grounded because, as you know, Lorenda, and I'm sure anybody else, I see a couple of my mentees in the chat. Hello and hi, Mangled. Thank you so much for being here and doing all of that. I forgot what I was saying.
I just got distracted.
Right out of my brain.
Hold on. I'm trying to backtrack. Oh my God, I'm like the worst.
Yeah, me too. I was in the middle of a sentence. I got distracted by the comments and completely forgot what I was saying. I was talking about
failing the experiment.
So I am a medium. I do talk to loved ones in spirit. And this is what I was going to say. You probably know as a medium yourself, it's really easy when you're in the meditative state or you're sitting in the power, if that's how you term it, sitting in the power. That's how I learned it. But I know other people use different terms for it. It's really easy to just feel your spirit connecting, and I'm going to get interrupted. It's really easy to feel your spirit connecting and kind of float away.
Okay.
If you don't have a place to be grounded. And for me, because I was so new to this journey, I was almost 50 when it started for me. And because I was so new, I had so little experience. Like I literally knew almost nothing when I started.
Yeah.
And so I had to really make sure. And one of my mentees on here, I told her the story because she was trying to float away too. And I said, you got to keep one foot on the ground. Yep. You got to, because it's real. I said, if you start levitating, take a break.
Right.
Because to me, it's really wonderful and peaceful in spirit.
Yeah.
And it's so much unconditional love.
Yes.
And it's so easy to say, you people down here are really hard to deal with. And you're a lot. And the people in spirit you feel so
Do you
This
need to
man, he can text me. Oh, they're in the driveway. Okay, I have
so
to go.
you gotta go.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm glad to have you. You know what? We'll schedule you again for January. How's that sound?
Okay,
We'll get
perfect.
you here for a fuller episode. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Make sure you guys are following Peaceful Nik, the medium. And I'm just gonna keep on chatting because that's what I do.
All right, love
Right.
you.
Love
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Bye. Oh man. All right. Well, we had her for a little while at least. So that was Peaceful Nik. Make sure you guys follow all of her channels. She does not do the Tickety Talks anymore. But she does do, she's got a huge following on YouTube, and she goes live quite often on YouTube and has quite a few guests. I'm actually going to be a guest on her show at the end of December 28th, I believe. So you guys will have to make sure you're checking it out. And hello, I want to say hello. Hi, Elias. Hello, TikTok world. I know you guys were just listening in on the conversation. So we have a little bit of time left. I do want to like kind of give you guys a heads up. Thank you, Lucy. I appreciate you guys popping back and forth with all the platforms. Make sure you're following all my platforms, because not every guest, and honestly, like a lot of my guests that are going to be coming up, I know December 4th, my first guest, the first hour will only be on the other platforms, not on the TikTok. So, and who do I have? Oh, I don't have anybody next week because it's Thanksgiving. Unless y'all want to see me live deep fry my turkey. That could be fun. But the following week on December 4th, I have got a very special guest coming on. I've got two from here till the end of the year. I've got 2 guests per show coming on. I have got psychic medium Nona Hall. Well, that's how I knew her back in the day. McCool. She's not big on social media. She is a psychic that I went to when I was probably 24 years old. And do you all remember, I talk about my story about how I met my husband. And I went to a psychic and she told me all these things, told me I was going to do what she does, that I should start learning tarot cards, that I was going to marry a guy named Steve, and then I was going to write a book and all these things. And all I'm thinking of, because I'm 24, freshly divorced, single mom, all I'm asking her is like, but am I going to be fat forever? Am I going to be alone forever? Is anybody going to ever love me again? And you could tell she felt bad for me at the time, but that's where I was. Like, it was a very dark time in my life. And I thought, my family doesn't like me. My husband didn't like me. Like, there was just so much, I was just in such a dark place. And the things that she told me, everything that she told me came true. She's going to be on my show. She has since done like 1 or 2 readings for me, but the last reading I had from her was probably 8 years ago. But we still follow each other on the social, on Facebook. And she's older. It's just great. First, Teresa, read the room, friend. Do you want the, am I holding cards? Read the room. Okay. Hello, but also welcome in. Nice to see you. We're chatting about an upcoming guest. I know. And so it's going to be a very full circle moment. It's going to be full circle because she told me I was going to be doing this work. And now there's the book thing is actually probably going to be happening sooner than later, believe it or not. Something's kind of fallen in my lap. And she still does do readings. She still does. So when her name is Nona Hall McCool, and I will, once this show's over, then I'm going to start talking about that coming up. And then also that same day, I've got a friend of mine who I met through Camp Chesterfield. I had done a reading for her. Her name's Kim Duff Selby. She does not do mediumship, but her whole platform is built on empowering people and finding your light, finding your spark. And she's so joyful, and she's an actress. out in LA, and she's in her 60s. And she's so fun and just so full of life and energy. I just want to share her with you all. So she's going to be a guest on the show. And then I've got, at some point, I've also got Michelle Medium. Y'all know her. She's on TikTok. Paranormal investigator, amazing medium. And then I've also got, let's see, hello, Lisa. I'm like drawing a blank. Meg Wolsifer, uniquely Meg. She's a spirit artist. I had her on about a little over a year ago. She's going to be on. We're going to be talking about all kinds of, spirit art and how along those lines. So she'll be on. And then why I am drawing a blank. Oh, y'all ready for this? I also have Hannah McIntyre, published author. She just came out with a book called Spirit Slaps. She's going to be on. And then I also have another good friend of mine here who's local here in Indiana, but has this top ranked podcast called Soul Elevation. Her name's Kara Goodwin. She's also going to be on the show. So I've got a packed house. It's going to be so good. And then also a podcast. Yes, I'm going to be doing with my friend Carrie, of course. We've got, hey, mark your calendars. On December 7th, Carrie and I are offering a private Zoom event. And oh yeah, JJ's on my radar. I got to get him wrangled in though. We're on different time zones. So I'm also just going to start going live on Monday nights for all my West Coast people. So we're going to have Crowned Medium Monday Mania. But we're going to start that in December. I've got Tracy St. Croix coming on as my first guest for that. And that's where I'm hoping to get JJ to come on, is on a Monday night. But on December 7th, Carrie and I are doing a private Zoom event where you pay way less than what you'd pay for a full reading from us, but you get readings from both of us in this Zoom event. So you can find that information at my website, as well as Carrie Koss. So that's a cool thing. If you go to my website to check that out, you can go to myname.com and then go to upcoming events, and you'll be able to see it there. And actually, I think I could even post that in the chat on the tube of the U of the upcoming events. Yep, here we go. Copy. I forgot I can do that. And paste. There we go. So you have to check that out. That's coming up, like I said, December 7th. And that sold out the last time that we did. We're doing a Zoom event, a private Zoom event. You pay a fee. Every single person that's in there gets a reading from both Carrie and myself. So we have done that event before. So I actually put that in the tube of you as well, the link in the tube of you, as well as the Facebook. So you guys can go see what that's all about. We only take 10 people because we want to have everybody have a really good, rich experience and get good readings for their money. So that's coming up. Then Carrie and my friend Michelle Euler and I'm going to get her on too. We'll probably have her coming on the show in January as we launch our podcast. We are actually going to be recording our podcast the second week of December. And we'll start putting them like 2 a month out. We're calling it the Liminal Lounge. So you guys are gonna have to check that out. We're still working on all the back end stuff and getting things ready for that. So lots of exciting stuff coming up. And yeah, I'm working on manifesting all kinds of crazy things. I'm really trying to manifest me being on a private jet, flying someplace across the country or even across the world to do amazing things. And so it is. I know, me too, Yessie. And of course, if you're interested in taking classes with me, I have 2 Wednesdays a month. I have all level spiritual development class. We just had class last night, so the next class will be in a couple of weeks. So fun. I love our classes because I never know what Dr. Mike, my teacher guide, is going to be bringing in. And sometimes we learn a lot of hard knock lessons. Sometimes we're in the flow and everything is amazing and beautiful. So those are always fun. I'm working on my calendar for January, February, March, and I'll be doing, I'm going to be doing another trance mediumship class. Raise your hand if you're interested in trance mediumship. Be doing that. And that'll be an interesting dynamic of people who have already done it, as well as some newbies. And so, yeah, we'll be doing all kinds of, I've got that. I'll be doing another Spirit Guide 101 class. I got lots of things on the docket. In addition to, let me know if you need dance classes, because I teach those too. You would do the trance mediumship. Okay, cool. And Ladora, awesome. So those are all, I'm just working out the dates on those, making sure I'm not overbooking myself. And I also do private events. I'm actually invited to go do a private event in April. I'm going to be doing a trance mediumship in person with readings and everything. Hello in Australia. Nice to see you. Welcome. So yeah, drop where are you guys joining in from? Like how we got somebody in here from Australia on the tube of you. Where are you guys tuning in from? I'd love to hear. I'd love to know. Pennsylvania. All right. Where else? What else are we doing? Make sure you guys are following me, by the way. And we got 50,000 likes going on. Good for you. Yes, TikTok showing up. Nice. Michigan. Okay. We got Michigan. We got Ohio, Wisconsin. We got all kinds of places. I love that. Tennessee. Yes. Arizona. Look at this. We got people from all over the place. Love it. Montana. Your pantry. Yes, see, I love you. Georgia. I love it. We've got so many people from all over the place. Well, I'm in Indiana, central Indiana. So happy to have you all here. And I can see your comments, Lucy. Colorado. Yes, I do love Colorado. And thank you all for those of you that were here on Nick's page, even though she had to go let the furniture people in. Of course they showed up like during the time that she had to be here. So I'm excited for Monday nights also, Angel. Like I think it'll bring in a whole new crowd of people, and it'll be 9:00 Eastern time, because I teach dance from 4 to 8, and that'll give me a chance to come home. Hi, Mac the Night. Good to see you. It'll give me a chance to come home, have a little dinner, see my husband, play with the dog, and then jump in to have guests on. I'm not going to do that every single Monday night. I think I'm going to do it 2 to 3 times a month, especially if I'm booking in people. I've also got my energy worker, Debbie Loshbal. She's not on TikTok. She's not really on social media at all. She just has her own huge, gigantic following because of what she does. But I give her a lot of credit for clearing my energy. I was the first energy worker I ever worked with, and felt like physical, actual results. And she helped do a lot of the work that helps me step into the mediumship and really own that and jump in and really embrace it. But also just clearing a lot of my past trauma energetically. She said she would come on Monday nights. So I'm excited for that. So many things coming up on the Crowned Medium, as well as the premiere of the Monday night Crowned Medium, and then the Liminal Lounge podcast that will be coming online in January. So many amazing things. And I'm just so grateful for all of you that show up every week and tap and share and like and participate and support. And like, I couldn't do this without you all. And I'm just so very, very grateful for all of you. So all that being said, I might just end this a little bit early. And but you know what? Let me ask you this before I sign off. What kind of topics do you guys want to hear about? What do you guys want to, what kind of topics would you like, or what kind of people or would you like to see me bring on the show in the new year? As we're moving into a year one, I want to bring a new, good, clean energy. I might even, I'd love it. I would love if I could talk some of my students that have been with me for a while into going live and doing some practice readings. I would love that, but I don't know if they're up for that or not. We'll see. We'll see. I think it'd be fun because I have some amazing students that are just like truly gifted. And I love watching them on their journey and honing their craft and their skills. So what kind of topics do you think? What kind of topics? Energy healing. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Energy healing. Okay. Yeah. And that's something that we'll be bringing in for sure with Debbie in January, for sure. It's just like starting to hurt my head. So energy healing. Perfect. Love that. What else? What other things? What about even like a deep dive on, and ooh, I must have missed Elias's comment because I heard, ooh, Angel's excited about something. Well, we need to get Elias on my live too. We need to bring him in because he's got a book out. And some other exciting stuff happening that I may or may not be involved in. I was actually just recorded a podcast yesterday. I'll be on Elias's podcast. I think he said it's going to be out next week once his editing guy does his thing. So I'll have to make sure you guys are checking out my other socials, because I'll make sure I'll post some clips from that and you have to check it out. That's Elias Patras. So make sure you guys are following him. Spirit-led artist. Yep. Oh, so we do have Meg, Uniquely Meg, and as well as Michelle Medium. They're both spirit artists are going to be on. Oh, I know who else I need to get on. I need to get Alyssa, the musical medium. I need to get her on here because she and I have done some practice stuff together. Noted. I need to call her and like get back to practicing with her. She and I for a long time were practicing together just to have someone to bounce off of, because we both teach classes, and sometimes it's fun just to do practice readings and learn different ways of connecting. So I'll have to check her. I'll have to see if I can get her to come on. I know she'll say yes, but get her to come on as well. Oh, thank you, Amy, for saying that. She says it's because I have we have a good teacher who works through spirit. I really do try. Let's see, who else can we get on here that would be really fun? I'd love to hear your suggestions. If you think of someone, once I sign off, just message me. Be like, hey, see if so-and-so would want to come on. Another person that I've got on my radar, I'm hoping to get on, I just got to get her to like commit to the date, is Tammy, Nevermore Aries. She was on, she does the witchy stuff, which I'm fascinated with. And of course I'm going to have Carrie and I do all of our things. Carrie and I are going to be going live also. I forget, either this coming Sunday, I forget. We're going to be going live on a Monday. I think it's on a Monday night. We're going to do a live and do some readings. So no, it's our channeling experiment. We're going to do some channeling, and then we're also going to do some readings. So you have to check that out. That'll be on the Tube of the U. That'll be a good time. Gosh, like I have a lot coming up, and I'm so grateful and thankful. So make sure you're following all of my things, getting all the updates on the things, because there's just so many amazing guests that are going to be coming on and educating. My platform is all about educating, empowering, expanding, and yeah, busy bee, I am. And that I asked for it too. That's exactly what I asked for. And I'm finding that the more I clear away that old energy, whether it's old relationships or old ways of thinking, old belief systems, old stuff that's no longer serving me, and stepping into this new energy, I'm finding that things are moving very rapidly, and I am here for it. I absolutely love it. I'm super excited. And then, I also have Reverend Glenda Carteret, my mentor, who's going to be joining my all-level spiritual development class to teach spiritual anatomy. And that is all about what happens when we cross over. What happens when, how do we connect? What does our spirit look like in reality? Like, what is talking about the science behind it. And she's a fantastic teacher for spiritual anatomy. So you have to keep an eye out for that, because that might be a class that you'll want to sit in on. Even if you're not a developing meeting, you might want to sit in on that class. And yeah, so many good things. I think I'm going to I'm going to bully Carrie into coming in and being a guest in my class too. Maybe talking about a little Akashic Records stuff, maybe some spirit biz stuff. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when I bully her. I mean, when we get to her. I love having a bestie in this world. It's great in this spirit world. So, all right, friends, I'm going to go ahead and sign off here a couple minutes early. Thank you all again. I know so many great things, and I'm just so glad to have you all. I know, Amanda, right? I'm so thankful to have all of you on this journey with me, and appreciate your support and your belief in me. And also I do readings. So if you ever want to get a 1-year tarot reading, if you want to get a QHHT, I do past life regression. I do all that virtually too. I also do multidimensional healing. So check it out. Check out my services. And I just opened my calendar for through mid-January. So December and mid-January are open. So check it out. Yeah. Adore you all. All right. Have a fantastic day, everybody. And I'll see you not next Thursday because it's Thanksgiving. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And I'll see you in 2 weeks with my next 2 guests. All right. Have a good one, friends. Bye.
Thank you for watching. Be sure